Hello and welcome to my podcast presentation for the Teaching Subject Mastery of Humanities. My name is JohnLavelle and this is my urban field study aimed at junior cycle students of the town of Westport in County Mayo. The learning outcomes of this field trip are as follows. Students will identify and recognise the links that the field study outline will provide with the geography curriculum. They will develop and hone a variety of skill sets useful in both a geographical sense and other aspects of their lives. They will recognise the value of the local in their approach, development and understanding of the geography curriculum. They will recognise cross-curricular linkages with other subjects throughout the field trip, as well as utilising and developing key skills to help them in becoming more competent lifelong learners. The rationale. Why Westport? Westport offers a unique look at a relatively young town in its development, only 250 years old. Unlike many other Irish towns, Westport was planned and did not develop as a result of urban sprawl, nor was it the result of an historic religious settlement like many other Irish towns in this area. Westport will provide the students with a rural, urban and industrial characteristic. It will provide students with a local insight into settlement, urbanisation and industry. Westport is reliant on primary, secondary and tertiary activities, all of which are key aspects of the junior cycle curriculum associated with economic activities. The map below identifies the intended route of the field trip. The red circle identifies the school and thus the starting point. Number 1 identifies Westport House, number 2 Cahernamarth, number 3 Allergan Pharmaceuticals and number 4 the Octagon. Stop 1 Westport House. The original house was built by John Brown, while further development was conducted under the architect Richard Cassels, who built the east section of the house facing the town, and later James Wyatt, who built the other 3 facades to form a quadrangle in the 18th century. It was built and is still privately owned by the Brown family, who are direct descendants of wealthy slave plantation owners in Jamaica. Westport House plays a significant role in the tourism sector of the town, having already welcomed 4 million visitors through its gates. In recent years, it has enjoyed a rejuvenation in business with the introduction of Westfest, a musical event showcasing local and national talent with workshops for families, all of which are conducted within the grounds. At this location, students, in pairs, will sketch the front of the house, where one student will hold a viewfinder and the other will complete his or her sketch. Key skills involved in this stop will include working with others, staying well, and communicating. Stop 2, Cahernamarth, Stone Fort of the Beeves. This is the original location of the town of Westport, located in the eastern lawns of Westport House. The town takes its name from the original settlement thanks to the defensive stone fort that was erected at the location. It had an initial population of approximately 700 and was established in the 16th century by the powerful local seafaring O'Malley clan who controlled the Clubay area at the time. There was also a small port situated at the mouth of the Carrowbeg River, which runs through the grounds and through the newly established town. At this location, students will identify reasons for the initial settlement occurring at this location, as well as identifying where the location is using an OS map provided on the day, using physical features as visual cues. This stop will see students use map reading skills, as well as using deductive reasoning to assert the location. Key skills involved in this stop will include communicating, working with others, managing information and thinking, as well as being creative. Stop 3, Allergan. Allergan Pharmaceuticals Ireland, a subsidiary of Allergan Incorporated, is based in Westport, County Mayo, and was established in 1977. It resides on a 30-acre campus and is comprised of 2 facilities, a sterile pharmaceutical ophthalmic plant and a biologics plant. It currently employs 800 people in this region, with over 250 of these being highly experienced science graduates, the largest concentration of employees outside of the corporate headquarters. The Westport campus is a state-of-the-art manufacturing, filling and packaging operation, producing close to 800 million units of product on an annual basis. The Westport site supplies products that account for more than 50% of the corporation's total revenue, and has recently benefited from a €350 million development, creating an additional 200 jobs. In 2011, Allergan Incorporated published sales of over $5.3 billion. At this location, students will consider and identify the impacts this industry has on the town of Westport. Students will also examine census data from CSO.ie and identify if the establishment and further development of this industry will have a significant impact on the population of Westport. At this stop, Key skills involved will include communicating, managing information and thinking, as well as being creative. Stop 4. The Octagon. The Octagon is a significant intersection of primary streets within the town, being the meeting place for Peter Street, James Street and Shop Street, all of which were original to the newly established town and the location for the original site entrance to Westport House. The monument was erected in 1843 to the memory of George Clendenning, second son to the Church of Ireland Vicar of Westport. The designer's identity of the Octagon remains a mystery to this date. During the Civil War, Free State troops who were billeted in the town hall in 1923-24 used the statue on top as target practice, causing its head to be blown off. In 1943, the statue was removed by the Urban District Council and replaced with a statue of St. Patrick in 1991, as the famous Croagh Patrick Mountain looks down upon the town and is visible for miles around the surrounding area. At this location, students will walk down James Street and identify the land use for each of the buildings. Students will also examine an aerial photograph taken in 1996 of the area and identify similarities and differences between the setting then and the present day. Key skills involved in this stop will include staying well, being creative, communicating, and managing information and thinking. This field trip was designed to incorporate a variety of cross-curricular links. Firstly, with regards to geography, map and photograph interpretation, sketching, economic activities, settlement, population, and urban geography were all key geographical themes that ran throughout this field trip. The history of the town of Westport, settlement, Westport House, and Carnamarth all provided links to the history syllabus. The authority of the Urban District Council over the Octagon, Westport House is a protected building, and the town of Westport being a heritage location all provided links to the CSPE curriculum. Students comparing census data incorporated a mathematical and numerical aspect to the field trip. The stop at Allergan and James's Street, which happens to be the central business district of the Westport area, incorporated a link to the business studies syllabus. At the end of this field trip, the learning outcomes should be as follows. Students will have identified and recognised the links that the field study outline provided with the geography curriculum. Students will have developed and honed a variety of skill sets useful in both a geographical sense and other aspects of their lives. Students will have recognised the value of the local in their approach, development and understanding of the geography curriculum. Students will have recognised cross-curricular linkages with other subjects throughout the field trip. Finally, students will have utilised and developed key skills to help them in becoming more competent lifelong learners. Thank you all very much for your attention. Guramahagiv.